Hello, this is Vendetta, and welcome to episode 2 of our campaign on Stellaris. So, if you haven't watched the previous video, I'll give you a summary. We are the Imperium of Man. We are a science directorate. That means we hold an election every 40 to 50 years for a new scientific leader. Our home is Terra, and we live in the Sol system. So, as you would expect, we have got, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune. You get the drift. And essentially, we're just really starting out our empire. So, what we've done is we have built plenty of mining stations. We landed a really lucky system where we've got loads of resources. I mean, have a look out here into the galaxy map. The Sol system alone has 13 minerals, 6 power, and we've got some research there. And immediately our neighbouring systems like Alpha Centauri, Procyon, again, don't know how to say that, Diadem, they've got such rich systems. Really got such rich planets, so really we're on to a good start here. And obviously we've got 42 minerals. Our power's sinking a bit, so this episode we're really going to be tackling the power issue, and also begin to expand our research as well. That's kind of the aim of this this episode, and potentially colonize, really get to that stage where we're colonizing another planet. Okay, so let's just have a look at the technology for a second. So physics labs only got 1 month remaining. Private colony ships, if you remember, frontier initiatives, that was a really rare technology. I'm a bit scared that they'll just break off from our empire completely if I do allow private corporations to have colony ships, because there could be an ethics divergence there. And of course, spaceports, corvette assembly yards, so we'll start pumping out a big fleet, because at some point we're going to get pirate ships propping up everywhere, and we're going to need to start attacking these aliens in these other sectors as well, just to free up some resources. It's in our boundary, we're going to get those damn resources. So we'll let it rip, and we'll quickly look at Terra. What's the month count? The month count is the 27th, 28th, 29th, so we should be able to get our research physics lab soon. There we go, so that should be the one. Okay, so now I have our physics labs. So what do we do from here? Building a bigger power hub, plus 10. Or that is just a separate building, power hub, instead of a power station. It would be useful because obviously we are tanking a little bit on the power, but I'm not concerned about the power because we've really just been focusing on minerals. So we're going to be building some more power plants and some installations to capture some energy from other planets. I am moving more towards the colony development. I think I might go for that. Although deflector shields for our combat ships would be extremely helpful. Although at this low level, I don't really see that playing a big role because, of course, we need to have fusion cores, and we didn't research those fusion cores. So basically our ships won't have enough power, and they're going to cost a lot of money. So I don't really see that being an issue. I'd rather just replace them. Ptherian power plant, that would be helpful. And yeah, I think I will actually go for that one. Yes, we're going to go for that, because that'll open up some other resources as well in the galaxy. I mean, of course, it would be good to go for the colony development, but I just think I'm going to try and get really, really quick projects out the door so that we can just turn over loads of scientific projects and research a lot of stuff. So we'll press play on that. I always like to pause the game whenever we need to look at research, because I want to maximize the amount of months that we have. So let's go look at the construction ship. You're just finishing off. We haven't quite got enough resources to go out and build one. Build another installation. We'll move you there for the time being. Okay, so yeah, that would be the best bet. Although, is that in our... This is in our territory, although because these are there, it might just get scared, our miner. In fact, yeah, go do it. Go build it. Because these guys are only spacefarers. They're not going to be attacking us anytime soon. Fleet stance, just be passive. If they're on evasive, they're going to see these, crap themselves, and then just run away and not build that, which is not what I really want. Okay. Oh, the birth of space piracy. There it is. No. Certain irrational and criminal elements of our society have left Terra to seek an outlaw's life in the far reaches of space. In a display of surprising ingenuity, these brigands have heavily modified and weaponized a large number of civilian starships. Our civilian shipping lanes are now being raided by these improvised Starfleet, by this improvised Starfleet even, which identifies itself only as the Night Terrors. A prompt response is needed. Okay, so immediately we're going to stop that. Luckily we have a good fleet. I mean, normally the fleet around about this stage in the game, as I said, space piracy, will be about 120, 130 power. We've got 150 power, so we should be able to get them pretty easily. Although I'm a bit concerned because I want to build some corvettes, but of course we're building a colony ship, and I don't really want to cancel a colony ship. So we should be able to deal with them. But I'll see if I can see where they are. Can't see them immediately. But I think what we need to do, we need to take our fleet down next to the wormhole station and put them on alert, essentially. Okay, so we'll pop you there. I'm sure we'll see them pop up in some of the systems. They'll start attacking some of our installations, which is definitely not what we want. But at least having our guys next to the wormhole station will mean that we are prepared to retaliate. And it's kind of good because I have, as I said, I've got a strong enough fleet that should be able to combat that. Okay, so construction ships. We still haven't quite got enough resources. This is one of the reasons why I was a bit reluctant to begin with. Aha, there they are. That's why I was a bit reluctant to begin with to build numerous construction ships, because obviously I'm eating into my minerals a lot quicker, and I don't want construction ships just sitting around doing nothing. Ultimately, it will be more efficient for sure, but you know. Okay. So they're going to go straight over. Oh, fantastic. Their fleet is only 83 power, so we should be able to stomp them. The only problem is I'm probably going to lose a facility or two, which is not going to be... It's not going to be good. So I'm hoping these guys are just going to open up that wormhole. There they are. They've opened up the wormhole. So they're going to be sucked into that.
Construction complete.
Our station is now under attack. We have got some resources to build stuff with. Okay, we'll go build some more power plants because we're really in desperate need of that. Because as you can see, we're on a kind of not quite a negative balance, but obviously we're balancing on zero, which we don't want. Impressive structures, litter. No, we don't need that. Okay, I really want to get here as quick as possible to help out this station. Okay, so you're still travelling to there.
Anomaly found.
Atmospheric readings from Distol, whatever that says, do not match
Station
simulated
under
projections. We'll leave B for now. I really just want to try and get as many of these systems just surveyed as possible.
Hostile fleet in
And then I'll be doing that afterwards. I'll be going back and doing all those research projects. So we've got our first space battle. Missile galore as well. Whilst this goes on in the background, I'll quickly look at Earth. I want to start removing these tiles, but I don't want to be removing them because obviously it's going to cost energy credits, and we haven't really got many energy credits at the moment, which is kind of bad. I mean, as soon as this guy comes into being, that's when I'll start removing them because obviously then I'm halting my population growth, and I don't really want that. Okay, so it looks like we're beginning to wreck them. Should be dying in a second. There you go. So
Situation log updated.
Brilliant. So we've traded, what, 2 ships for 3? Yep, I'm happy with that. Go back and restore your health. Wonderful engagement. So, I mean, if you are going to be starting a new campaign on this, make sure you do build fleets quite early on. I'd say a good amount is about 150 power, because that way you can deal with threats. I mean, usually that enemy fleet is about 120, and you don't want to be sending out ship after ship getting destroyed. You want to send out a fleet. Okay, so construction. Okay. Luckily, because we have got so many resources, we're really raking them in. So we should be able to build almost an installation every couple of months now, which would be fantastic. So our construction ships should be able to keep up with that. About to get another 45. There you go. Okay, are they? Just wondering. They're not attacking me, are they? Just want to make sure, because like I just saw them circling a bit. And I was like, are they attacking? Better not be attacking. Okay, now immediately go and do that. Let's have a quick look at Terror again. Okay, so we did want to upgrade this to a physics lab, because they've already naturally got more physics on there. You like to build some hydroponic farms. Nobody else needs anything. No.
System survey complete.
I will be building another, probably that Pathilian plant here. I'll be building that. Okay, so I would need to get rid of this. Now that we're beginning to pull in plus energy credits, I will start clearing some of these slums. Make sure my fleet is opening up a wormhole there. Okay, good. I really want to pull in some more energy credits before I start going for... You know, before I start going for research, I really want to make sure that I'm stable. Plenty of mun. First fleet has been fully repaired. Brilliant. I would advise you to go here and build a station if you possibly could. We'll speed up a little bit. Colony ship, well hey, okay, we'll slow that right back down then, we'll pause it. Okay, so as I said in the last video, we're going to be colonizing Procyon 4. Again, can't really say it. We have plenty of influence points. And ooh, I don't really want to take up a free tile, but I feel like it does give you modifiers from what I understand. It does. I'll pop it down there. Okay. I have to look more into that. I mean, some of you probably be playing this game a lot longer than me. You probably say, oh, that's the wrong move. It probably is, and if it is, put it down in the comments section, because I haven't actually really looked into colony placement, where you really put them.
Construction.
I colonize them, but I probably do it very inefficiently. Okay. So it looks like we've almost done all of our power, which isn't good because then energy credits now going back down, but we're going to be getting 2 here anyway. So what I'll do is I'll hold off on the minerals until we can build the plants here. The first Imperium colony. Our colony ship has gently touched down at the mouth of a large river delta on one of the several continents that can be found on Procyon Prime. I'm going to change the name to Proton Prime now, just so I can read it. This temperature, forested region will serve as an ideal first landing site. The ship has been permanently converted into an administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The first Imperium city on an alien world. A great day for the Imperium of Man. Great stuff. And we've got loads of resources. Unfortunately, I don't really think our construction ships can really do too much, because again, I'm a bit wary about the energy credit situation. But what we'll do, we'll continue that forward, and I will tell you to start researching there. There's another construction ship here. I probably should have told him to do that, although he should be constructing here. Build a mining station. There we go. Let's go back to Terra.
Station under attack.
Oh god, by who? Okay, we haven't quite got our plant yet, have we? No, that's going to come in the next 6 months, so I think I'll wait for that. Fleet, where are we being attacked? Oh, great. It's not really what I wanted to be combating, but what we'll do, we'll start building our Corvette ships up. Have we got... No, we haven't. We haven't got... no, I thought we had Spaceport level 2, that as well. I was just having a quick gander. So this is going to be frustrating. Oh, luckily I have 2 here fighting them. I'll turn that down. So we've got a wormhole here. Our guys are coming in to attack. Hopefully we can smash them. Hopefully we're not engaged just yet. No, good. Because I just remembered what I could be doing right now. I think it's an empire. It's not an empire. Oh no, it should be. Leaders, here we go. Admirals. I forgot to select an admiral. Naughty me. Now I'm going to go for Michael Spooner because he is the youngest. I generally tend to go for the youngest. Given that he gets 15% plus leadership experience. Yep, that's good enough for me. And I'm going to make sure that you are on this fleet. Just so that way I start gaining experience. I mean, your leaders in this game, I think, are actually quite useful, and they do last a very long time, so it's good to make sure you get them involved in every combat or every bit of experience. Now that's a bit annoying. They have managed to defeat that. Let me just have a look at there. Okay, some of their ships are already... Well, this one's quite heavily damaged. So we'll go and hopefully we'll mess it up.
Construction complete.
Construction fleet down here is not working. I don't like that. I'll move you back over to here, and you can start building some research stations.
Situation log updated.
First fleet is victorious.
Research complete.
Good.
Construction complete.
Okay.
Research complete.
We'll pause there because we just had loads of announcements. A load of. Need to build that there because the pirates messed us up a bit. You guys need to go and re-heal. I have a second fleet here that I just produced, which is good news. We're changing the name. Oh, not like that. There you go, Proton Prime. Good stuff. See if we can change the name of this base as well. I feel relaxed now. Okay, so we did just get a load of announcements there. Okay, managing connections between the private sector and the... Yeah, okay. So, what shall we look at? I'm thinking of basic combat roles right now. Survey speed is increased. But the thing is, we will reach a glass ceiling with survey ships because I'm going to have to keep on building more wormhole stations. So there may be some periods where I'm just not researching because I need to go build a wormhole, but I'm wormhole station, but I'm too busy constructing other things. So I'm not too bothered about survey speed. If I was expanding rapidly, then yeah, but I'm not at the moment. Basic combat roles is good because we can start programming the behaviors. Okay, this is quite good. Although I do want to go for the influence points. I would very much like to go for that. Let's just have a look at Proton Prime. Let's now have a look at... So, tile blockers, toxic kelp, and volcano removal. What do they have on here? They have got some kelp. They have got a volcano. To be honest, I think we have enough tiles here to really support a lot of life, so I'm not too bothered about the removal aspect, so I'm going to be going for the propaganda broadcast. Which doesn't sound communist on any level, does it? Okay.
Colony established.
I think at this point as well, I'll start, I'll get another science ship. Colony is now established. Good. Yeah, so I think I really should have popped that on there, but I think I do get modifiers if buildings are surrounded by the administrative building. Okay, you
hostile fleet.
Build some of those. Yes. Evading hostile fleet. Whereabouts? Up there, is it? Okay, alien space station. I assume that's who you're running away from. Construction fleet. Good stuff. Build some engineering codes.
Updated.
Encounter in Diadem. Make sure that's paused. We've encountered some form of alien vessels. Okay. Epsilon aliens. Quickly cancel there. Construction. We are now pulling in 7 power credits, which is brilliant. So what I'll do is I'll build a mining station there. These guys, oh, they're the spacefaring ones, they're fine. Oops, my bad. Okay, we're going to be telling you to survey some systems. Okay, let's quickly zoom in on these guys and let's join these fleets together. Transfer. Oh god, where did I go? Oh, there I am. Okay, science ship. I want to assign you a leader. Recruit. Again, I'll go for the youngest one. Oh wow, he's a lot cheaper. Why is that? Okay, fair enough. Again, I'll tell you to start surveying these systems down here. Terra. Okay, I'll upgrade your power plant because we are making bare dollar in terms of resources, so we can kind of afford to do this. In fact, I'll quickly take you off. Cancel. Yep, cancel. And we'll build a power plant on here, actually. Okay, so we should be able to build those power plants. I think it's because we didn't have the resources at the moment to do it, so that's a bit unfortunate. Build a power plant there. We shall upgrade this power plant. And we'll leave it there for now, because we want to use our resources for some other things.
Construction complete.
Okay, second fleet. Put those down a bit. Do we need anything else? Just wondering. I mean, I could build another colony ship. Unknown actors. I mean, I would quite like to do the private colony ship thing. I would quite like to do it at some point. Okay, for the time being, I'll build a few more corvettes. While in command of 2nd Fleet, Admiral Michael Spooner has learned to carefully nurse his supplies to significantly reduce ship operating costs across the board. Good stuff. Okay, our continental world, how are you doing? Okay, hydroponic farm is in production, which is nice. Construction ship, where are you going? Okay, so you're going to go get those resources. What's this one doing over here? You're starting to do research, which is good. I would like to make sure I max out these stations here. And once I've built up this fleet, I'm going to start attacking some of these ships here. I would quite like to send a science vessel first to survey the area before I engage, because obviously if these are all 100 odd power, it's going to be pretty difficult for me to take them all out in one go. Okay, got a lot of aliens here as well, so I'm going to need some big fleets. Which isn't, that's not a problem, we can build a big fleet. Research is going okay. You're going to cost to do that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy so far. I think after you've constructed that, could you please also construct one there?
Science
it's really just getting up our...
System survey complete.
Not good.
Construction complete.
It's really just getting up our minerals at the moment. Fleet in combat. Well, that sucks balls. Okay, so that's where they're spawning from, are they? Let's go and attack them. No, don't do that, you tit.
Research complete.
Yep, there we go. We're going to go and destroy them now. Brilliant.
Hostile fleet engaged.
And we have completed some research as well. Ooh, robots. Shall we do it? Okay, so I thought I actually did do that, but I didn't. Okay, my bad. Robots are quite tempting to do, but I think... Should we go for the ion thruster to begin with? Yeah, we'll go for that first, because as I said, I want to try and max out some of the smaller technologies, really. Okay, so science ship. I'd like you to go and survey that system, please. Construction ship. There's nothing else that needs constructing on there. Build a research station, please. HMS Doolittle, stop getting wrecked. Terror. We are now really beginning to bank up our energy credits, which is good because it means we can start wiping out some of these areas on Earth, preventing us from developing further. So I'm going to get rid of this. Upgrade. Construction ship should be done soon. I think our space is beginning to expand, which is always nice. Go heal up, please. Leader has gained a level, that's always nice. Okay, start building research there. So I'm beginning to move away from mineral mining, and I'm beginning to get some more research in now.
System survey complete.
Okay, so that's now been constructed.
Anomaly found.
Alien
Situation
vessels
log updated.
Okay, Zeta aliens. Leave B for now.
Research complete.
What we'll do, we'll continue to build up this fleet. Ooh, level 2 spaceport, that'd be helpful. New level 2 spaceport doing. Okay. Okay, I think we're in good shape. Like, we have seen some combat, but we have managed to deal with it quite effectively. We have detected the presence of a pre-space alien civilization on Emrakvo. Atmospheric contaminants and light pollution visible from orbit are consistent with a densely populated machine-age technology. They appear to have mastered air travel, and factories are mass-producing goods in their cities. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Oh yeah, let's have a look.
Research complete.
Okay, I'll tone that right the way down. Pause it, in fact. Okay, so they're pretty funky looking. Okay, so there's some sort of fungoid race. Ugh, let's purge them. Let's be xenophobic to fungoid races. Okay, so physics. Wormhole calibration matrix. Wormhole range next to 50%, that's not too bad. Hyperlane mapping allows detailed mapping of every hyperlane in the galaxy. What does that actually do for me? Although we do not travel through hyperspace, mapping the galaxy's extensive hyperlane network gives us a clear advantage against those who do. That is actually quite helpful because I have had it in the past where I've been doing wormhole technology and I've had to combat an invading fleet that was using hyperlanes, and it was so difficult because I was just chasing them all the time. But yeah, that's an interesting one. But I did lock it to only wormholes, so I don't think then anyone's going to be using hyperlanes in this one. So what we'll do is we'll go for fusion power. As I said earlier, that will allow us to use deflector shields more cheaply. Monthly influence, colonial colonization. Dense jungle blockers would be good to remove, but we'll go for biodiversity studies. Okay, so I think that will come. That'll be the end of our playthrough of episode 2. So it almost feels like we've done less than the previous episode, but actually we've done quite a lot. We've managed to fully flesh out some of the systems which we discovered in the first episode. We have come across space pirates, and we managed to easily wipe them out, which is good, because they're not going to be bothering us anymore. The next... Oh, and we managed to colonize the planet. Oh, sorry, just missed that little thing there. But no. In the next episode, what we'll be focusing on is really wiping out some of these hostile systems which have got loads of aliens stacked up in them, because those aliens are preventing our science ships from researching and surveying those planets. And if so, that means we're losing out on resources. You know, I mean, look at our, mineral rich and research rich systems so far, and we've got probably about, what, three more systems which we can't research because we're being held back. So we're going to kick their asses, and then we may focus on colonizing a further planet on Alpha Centauri. And really, we're just going to look to expand our border a lot more, so again we can keep on grabbing star systems. We have had a fantastic start so far. We're already at 50 minerals per month, which is great. Our influence points are doing fantastically well, so if we need to replace any leaders in 50 years time, we're going to be fine. And really, which, as I said, want to be pushing out the boat. We might start meeting some alien races, some other sentient space age life forms soon, so there's a lot to look forward to. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and bye-bye for now. In the eons since the first primitive Imperium communities took shape on the grassy savannas of Terra, our civilization has spread and prospered. Through scientific progress, we have managed to stamp out the superstitions that ruled the minds of our ancestors. As reason and rational thought spread among our people, the inefficient nation state